Once the land of gold rushes, Silicon Valley dreams, and endless sunshine. Now, rolling blackouts, homeless tents lining city streets, mass exodus, sky-high taxes. What happened to California? If you've ever wondered how the Golden State became whatever it is now, you're about to find out. And the answer is far more surprising and complicated than you think. Stick around, because what's happening in California might just be a glimpse into your state's future. Welcome to Maps Explained, where we uncover the strangest, creepiest, and most mysterious stories from around the world. If you love hidden secrets and dark history, click subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive. California, the fifth largest economy in the world, home to tech titans like Apple, Google, and Facebook, birthplace of Hollywood, epicenter of counterculture, innovation, and ambition. But under all that glamour, something has shifted. In 2020, for the first time in its history, California lost population. Crime and housing costs are skyrocketing. Families are fleeing to Texas, Arizona, even Nevada in search of relief. And yet, it still remains one of the most influential regions on the planet. In this video, we're diving deep into the past, present, and future of California. We'll unpack how California became America's promised land, what led to its current crisis, and whether the Golden State can reclaim its shine or if the California dream is already dead. Buckle up. This is the real story of what happened to California. The golden beginnings. To understand what went wrong, we have to go back to what went right. It all started in 1848 when James W. Marshall discovered gold at Sutter's Mill. Within a year, over 300,000 people had rushed into California, sparking the gold rush and the beginning of California's mythology. By 1850, California became the 31st U.S. state. It grew fast, rich, and diverse. Agriculture flourished. Railroads connected it to the rest of the country. By the 20th century, Hollywood turned it into a cultural powerhouse. Then came the big one, World War II. California became the manufacturing hub of the Allied war effort. Shipyards in San Francisco, aircraft factories in Los Angeles. After the war, millions stayed. GI Bill-fueled education, sunny weather, and sprawling suburbs turned it into a post-war paradise. And then, Silicon Valley was born. Stanford University incubated startups. In 1976, a little company called Apple released their first computer, the Apple I. The microchip revolution began. By the 2000s, California was powering the internet and the entire world. So where did it all go wrong? The unraveling begins. Fast forward to the 1990s and early 2000s. The cracks start to show. Housing prices began to skyrocket. In 1970, the median home in California cost around $24,000. By 2004, that same home cost over $450,000. California is beautiful, but also highly restricted. Thanks to strict zoning laws, the California Environmental Quality Act, and not in my backyard resistance, building new housing became nearly impossible. And then came the taxes. California has the highest state income tax in the nation, up to 13.3%. Add in high sales tax, property tax, and cost of living, and it's no wonder people started leaving. And they left in droves. Between 2020 and 2023, California lost almost 700,000 residents to other states, according to U.S. Census Bureau data. The most popular destinations were Texas, Florida, Arizona, states with lower taxes and looser regulations. But that's not the only crisis. The homelessness crisis. Perhaps no issue reflects California's decline more painfully than homelessness. In 2023, California accounted for nearly 30% of the entire nation's homeless population, with over 181,000 people living without shelter. Cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Oakland now have entire tent cities lining their streets. Sidewalks strewn with needles, human waste, and discarded belongings have become normal in some areas. How did this happen? It's a combination of sky-high rents, mental illness and addiction, and a deeply broken housing and healthcare system. Despite spending $20 billion on homelessness from 2020 to 2024, the crisis has only worsened. Why? Critics say that California's housing-first policies, focusing on permanent housing before treatment, have backfired in the absence of enforcement or support structures. Some cities, like San Diego, are now trying stricter policies, but will they work? Time will tell. Wildfires, blackouts, and infrastructure collapse. Let's talk about another symptom of the unraveling: infrastructure. Every summer, California braces for wildfires, massive, uncontrollable blazes exacerbated by drought, decades of forest mismanagement, and aging power lines from utility companies like PG&E. Remember the Camp Fire of 2018? It destroyed the town of Paradise and eliminated 85 people, the most destructive wildfire in California's history. Investigators confirmed PG&E's neglected equipment started it. The response? Rolling blackouts across the state, sometimes preemptively to avoid more fires, other times due to grid failure. Add to that a water crisis, crumbling roads, and overwhelmed public transit. And here's the kicker: California has a budget of $322 billion. So where is all the money going? Critics point to mismanagement, bloated bureaucracy, and a lack of political accountability. The culture war zone. Now, let's talk politics. Because you can't talk about California without diving into the culture wars. Up until the 2024 election, California was a deep blue state, known for its progressive policies on climate, education, and criminal justice. But these very policies have become flashpoints. In San Francisco, Proposition 47, passed in 2014, recategorized some nonviolent offenses, including thefts under $950, as misdemeanors rather than felonies. Critics say it's led to rampant shoplifting and store closures because police officers can no longer arrest individuals for shoplifting under $950. Instead, a citizen's arrest process is required, which involves a non-law enforcement person witnessing the event and testifying in court. Los Angeles adopted zero bail policies in 2023. The policy faced immediate backlash, with 12 cities in Los Angeles County filing a lawsuit to block its implementation, citing fears about public safety. Critics say it will lead to more crime and recidivism. School curriculum controversies, vaccine mandates, gender policies, all have turned California into a national lightning rod. And here's the irony: while promoting progressive ideals, many of California's wealthiest, celebrities, tech moguls, and executives live in gated communities protected from the fallout. Meanwhile, the middle class is being squeezed out. The tech titans and the great irony. Now let's talk about the giants in the room: Silicon Valley. California is home to some of the richest companies on Earth. Apple, $3.3 trillion market cap, the most valuable company in the world. Google, $1.9 trillion, the fifth most valuable company in the world. Meta, $1.4 trillion, the world's seventh most valuable company. Tesla. Tesla moved to Texas. More on that in a second. These companies transformed the world, but they've also transformed California, for better and worse. Their presence has driven up housing costs in the Bay Area. Their employees earn six-figure salaries, pricing out locals. And increasingly, many of these companies are leaving. Elon Musk moved Tesla, the world's 10th most valuable company, worth $815 billion, to Texas, citing California's overregulation. Oracle, Hewlett-Packard, and Charles Schwab also moved. Toyota moved their Northern American headquarters from California to Texas. And remote work, it shattered the geographic monopoly. Now you can work in tech without living in the Bay Area. So what happens when the golden goose starts flying elsewhere? The red shift. Is change coming? In a stunning political twist, the 2024 U.S. election revealed a shift in California's political map. Counties like San Bernardino, Riverside, and parts of Sacramento flipped red. Nearly 40% of Californians voted Republican, a dramatic increase compared to previous cycles. The shift wasn't isolated. Dozens of city council races, school board elections, and even state legislature seats saw conservative or moderate candidates win, often campaigning on issues like crime, parental rights, and affordability. California, once a symbol of deep blue dominance, is showing signs of realignment, at least in certain regions. Could this be the beginning of a new era? Is the California dream dead? So, what happened to California? It's a story of boom and bust, of boundless ambition and bureaucratic gridlock, a paradise burdened by its own success and its own policies. Yet, despite everything, California still holds immense power. It leads in tech, entertainment, renewable energy, and culture. It's still beautiful, still diverse, still dynamic. But the question is, can it adapt? Because if California can turn things around, solve homelessness, fix infrastructure, reform housing, and balance compassion with pragmatism, it might just lead America into a better future. But if it can't, then the California dream may become America's cautionary tale. The choice is still unfolding, and the eyes of the nation and the world are watching. Thanks for watching. If you found this deep dive into California's past, present, and possible future eye-opening, subscribe for more videos that uncover the hidden stories behind today's biggest headlines. What do you think? Is California doomed or just in transition? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious. See you in the next mysterious adventure.